Car sales manager Steve Hallam and councillor Sylvia bought this two-bed bungalow in a quiet Huntingdon suburb in the summer of 2016. It's pretty enough, but too small to host the parties and family visits these two love. So they've secured plans to extensively extend and renovate the 60-year-old shell. So this is your house?
It is.
Looks very nice.
It's a little bit small.
Okay.
And we want to have more bedrooms so our friends can come and stay.
Okay. I mean, it's quite nice, though. It's quite cute.
It is lovely. It's a wonderful location. We love the location.
That park is where I used to stand years ago with the children and look over to this quaint cottage, that I called it, and say, oh, I would love to live there when I'm old. The minute I walked into it, I picked up an aura from the house.
Okay.
And that's how I've bought every single house that we've ever had.
Yeah.
I walk into it and I feel something,
Yes.
and I buy it, and
Yeah.
we don't go far wrong, do we?
No.
The home may have a good vibe about it, but that's not holding back the ambition of what Steve and Sylvia want to do with it. So what are you building?
A house. So we're going to change it into a house as the bungalow. So we're going to take the gable out of the lounge, and we're going to extend the gable, going to knock the garage down to create a new kitchen, and then brick it up another metre and put a roof on.
The core of this bungalow will be retained, but it will be encased on either side and gain a first floor as it morphs into a 5-bedroom farmhouse-inspired home. To stay in keeping with neighbouring houses, they're going for dormer windows and plan to do the interior with cottage staples like angled ceilings and an inglenook fireplace. A couple of weeks after I threw the cat amongst the architectural pigeons, Steve and Sylvia are busy measuring and digging the footings for what will become the new garage and extensions.
The idea is to get all the footings dug, ready for the Monday morning inspection from the council, and then the concrete lorries are all booked for the afternoon to then pour in all of the holes. So quite an exciting time, quite an important weekend.
Breaking ground is always an exciting moment as it marks the end of all the paperwork and the start of the real work.
It's good fun to make progress. You know, we've been talking about it for a long time. It's been in planning for a long time, and we finally got it approved after some negotiations. So it's great to take action.
You're getting on well.
Yes, we
Progress
are.
is amazing.
We've worked hard, definitely.
We have.
Yeah.
And you're doing a lot of this yourselves, aren't you?
We have so far.
And it's big, right? Because the white area at the bottom here sort of is the original house.
Correct.
Like the extent of the original
Yeah.
facade.
Yeah.
It's a lot bigger.
It is.
Yeah. So we're told by the locals.
Oh, really?
Who tell us it's huge. And not in a good way.
Oh, really?
I don't know.
No, they don't say,
well-
oh, it's huge. They say it's huge.
In the new year, I head back to Cambridgeshire to find out how Steve and Sylvia are settling in now they've got the run of the whole house. Now that is quite some transformation. You've got to remember that somewhere underneath that building there was a little bungalow that sat in the middle of the plot, and it's been extended and transformed, and it's got quite an imposing facade, something that Steve and Sylvia very much wanted. And in many ways, that's the point of self-build. You can do what you want. Steve and Sylvia always struck me as a couple who wanted this transformed 4-bed home to reflect their gregarious personalities. This is you.
This is us.
Rather than a building plot, what Marisa and Andrew bought is a perfectly comfortable family home with a massive garden that came with planning permission for a second build. Perfect for Marisa's grand plan. Their daughter Christy moves into the home with her young family, and they'll build themselves a brand new home in the garden. So having sold off the house, you're now left with a building plot at the bottom of the garden.
Yep.
So you've done quite a lot of work to get to this stage, have you?
Oh, yes.
We have, yeah.
This was all trees.
Now that it's opened up, a lot of the locals are surprised by what was behind the trees.
Incredible. Marisa and Andrew are building a contemporary 4-bed chalet bungalow. There are 2 bedrooms upstairs, including a master ensuite with a balcony overlooking the garden. Whilst downstairs, there will be a spacious open-plan kitchen diner, separate living room, and 2 guest bedrooms, all set around a grand central staircase. They want to finish in 12 to 18 months, but plan to camp out in the build once it's watertight, hopefully by November. And who's actually doing the building? What roles are you taking in this project?
I'm the boss.
Right.
Yeah. Project managing.
Yeah.
And Andrew's chief labourer.
And how much experience do you have managing this kind of project?
No experience whatsoever, apart from reading lots of magazines and being a real bargain hunter.
Their striking angular dormer bungalow, set off by imposing brick and clad facades, certainly delivers on Maurice's and Andrew's ambition to be bold. Inside, a mix of expansive, vibrant family space jostles with cosy corners and wow features. It's a home built with family in mind. The bright hallway elegantly leads through to the open-plan living area.
Whoa!
Oh my word. But before that, there can be only one topic of conversation.
You've really gone for it, haven't you?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm in a sort of a 1920s ocean line.
It does have that sort of older feel to it, but it's got that modern sort of cleaner lines with the stainless steel.
What's the fox?
We're Mr. and Mrs. Fox.
There it is. That is some amazing craftsmanship. I mean, the quality of construction of that is incredible.
Yeah.
And then the mirrors to reflect the light, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love the reflection of actually the staircase behind it. You just don't miss any aspect of it at all.
I mean, it's the thing that you often don't get in a dormer bungalow is a sense of scale, but you've got it here. And it's a good moment. Marisa and Andrew's open-plan living space comprises a large kitchen, alongside a dining and seating area focused around the wood burner. There's another bedroom downstairs which boasts a polished ensuite with distinctive mosaic tiled floor. Upstairs, the intriguing angles of the dormer are embraced by characterful rooms like the pastel-infused guest suite and its bathroom with freestanding tub. So this is you guys, isn't it? So you've got a dressing room here and your ensuite. Very nice jaunty angle to your bath there.
Another one of Maurice's ideas.
The contemporary tiled ensuite with generous walk-in shower continues the home's subtle grey theme, before things open out to Marisa and Andrew's vaulted bedroom, where clean lines and soft colours make for a serene ambience. Gary and Helen decided the arrival of daughter Rose 10 months ago was the perfect motivation to build their dream home. A long-held ambition for Gary,
That here is your utility.
who has until now never tackled a build from start to finish.
Then that's that back bedroom.
For the first time, he'll have to get a building watertight and do the interiors.
It'll get interesting, I think, once I'm out of my comfort zone.
That's definitely where the fun's going to begin, isn't it?
Definitely, yeah.
I think my job really within the build is to kind of rein Gary in a little bit. He is 100%
Definitely
getting carried away.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Yeah, he is.
Well, it's your dream, isn't it? If you don't get carried away now, when do you get carried away?
They've already started groundworks on the plot that they bought 4 months ago in March. Surrounded by fields on two sides, it's an idyllic spot at the end of a cul-de-sac in the village of New Earswick, just north of York.
It runs quite far back, doesn't it?
Yeah, you don't really see it until you come round the corner.
How big is it?
About 2/3 of an acre, I believe.
It's pretty good size,
Yeah,
isn't
it's
it?
good size.
Their contemporary home has a distinctive exterior, featuring a concrete tiled roof, blue brick plinth, and the walls will be mostly cedar clad to blend into its countryside setting. Inside there'll be 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, and a large open-plan kitchen diner. It's an ambitious scheme for their first self-build venture.
I always wanted to be on site when the main house was being built, so A, so I could watch it being done and make sure it was being done properly, and B, you know, it's the bit that I can get most involved in. It's been the first bricks and blocks I've laid in quite a long time, really, but I have really enjoyed it.
And it seems he's lost none of his youthful energy.
We was about a fortnight behind, and now we're only probably a week behind. So I think I can pull that back.
But there is a downside for new dad Gary.
Helen's been probably finding it a bit tougher because obviously I'm not there to help out, even just with the daily household and the dog and Rose, missing out on Rose. I think she's found it a bit tough that way, but she's also stepped up in other areas, so that's been good. Speaking of the devil.
Hi, Daddy.
Yeah.
Tough as things are, Helen's remaining philosophical.
It's got its challenges, hasn't it? But it's got a good outcome at the end of it. So I'm kind of trying to think about that at the end of it, but it is hard.
Over the past year, the couple have poured their all into making this a truly unique home that meets the needs of their growing family, and Gary's proved his skills stretch far beyond bricklaying. Congratulations, you built a house that you actually live in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
That's weird.
Because, I mean, you built hundreds of houses, but you take them to a certain point and then you leave and you probably never even go back.
No, probably just before plaster I never walk in them again, so no...
It's been an experience, isn't it?
Yeah, it has, yeah.
How have you found the whole process?
I found it very difficult, but I have enjoyed it.
bit.
Definitely taken its toll, and I'm really ready for us not to be doing it anymore, but
It has.
I'm a little bit sick of talking about it. I think I'm boring people to death because you just talk about it because it's just consumed your life.
yeah.
So you're looking forward to sort of having your lives back
Yeah.
and time together and time as a family.
Yeah,
to see my daughter.
Yes, getting to see your daughter, and she's really adapted to it really well. I mean, she loves it.
Somewhere now she's going to grow up in as well.
Yeah.
Despite overrunning by 4 months on their original schedule, the sheer scale and quality of the end result is a well-earned reward for a slightly longer build.